Hello, anybody who's watching this. Welcome to my reaction to live dubbing A Confused Ace Attorney AI by Maxor. I've actually never played any Ace Attorney games. If I did, I would have enjoyed them. I've seen Game Grumps playthrough of one, and I think I finished watching though. I don't know if they finished the game, actually. Seen one case, two? But I don't know. I don't remember. But I've seen a bit of the game, is what I'm saying, but I've never played it myself. And this is barely connected to it. It's just Maxor live dubbing AI. AI made case, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. If you want to help out the channel, there is a donation link in the description below. You can send me a recommendation through it as well, or you can use comments to send me some recommendations for the reaction videos. And subscribe, because 90-something% of you are not subscribed, but whatever. You know the drill. Let's begin.
You have a difficult job ahead of you, Mr. Wright. The defense calls Larry Butts to the stand. Will the witness give his name and occupation, please? My name's Larry. I'm 20 years old, and I live with my mother. Hold it! Oh. Why do you still live with your mother at 20? Because I was born here. And why were you born here? Your birth certificate says you're from New York City. I was born here, but I lived in New York until I was 4 years old. Clearly, the witness is lying. How do you know that? You can't know that. Did a clown tell you that?
A clown?
Much like the clown who you murdered. I swear it's true. I moved to New York and everything changed. I was happier there. Why did you move to New York? I wanted to become a detective. Okay. I thought it would be exciting to try new things. Larry, your whole story has been nothing but a long list of cliches. But I'm not lying. Objection! If you were born here, why does your birth certificate say you were born in New York? Your Honor, I request that this clown be sent to a psychiatrist. Very well, case closed. This court finds the defendant. Your Honor.
Oh, where did you come from?
I am the supposed murder victim, Honky Honk.
Wait, what?
This man, Phoenix Wright, is a danger to society. I was the victim here.
Murder victim? What?
I did not kill that clown. How do you know?
He's still alive.
I saw him get blown to pieces by a blast
of laser?
Your Honor, the witness is lying. Order. How could I have blown the clown to pieces? I don't even own a laser. If you were the clown, you...
No, wait, what?
Stop it. Mr. Honkster, do you have anything to say in your defense? Yes. I am a clown. That is all I have to say. Thank you. Oh. And I know everything. That's right, I know everything. What did you just say, Mr. Clown? You know everything? Of course. I am a magician and a master of the dark arts. I know everything that happens in this courthouse.
Oh.
Dark arts? Demon summoning? No, I can't summon demons.
Yeah, he didn't say anything about that.
I die in an instant.
Oh, okay. You can summon Jiraxis?
Mr. Clown, why is that so funny? You accuse my client of a serious crime and then you admit to knowing nothing about it. I do know about it, yes. I learned about it from the world's worst source of information. My parents! Your parents know about it. Yes, they're cops. They know about everything.
Relatable, I guess.
I'm here to testify that my stepfather, Larry Butts, killed the world-famous clown, Hunker H. Moose.
Wait,
what? Do you know where you are? Yes. I'm at the courthouse. And why are you there?
I thought they're gonna fuck that up.
Of my stepfather, Larry Butts. Why do you want to know that? Because he killed my mother's beloved clown, Honker H. Moose.
Okay.
What's your real name? Henry.
Okay.
How do you spell that name? Henry with a C. Thank you, Mr. Henry.
See where?
You like my stepfather? I don't dislike him per se, I just don't think he should get off scot-free for killing my mother's beloved clown, that's all.
Okay.
So why did you come forward with this information? Because that person who killed Honker has never been brought to justice, and I wanted to make sure that never happened.
Okay.
Who killed Honker? I don't know. It was an anonymous caller claiming to be a magician.
Okay. Aren't you a magician?
This is getting more and more interesting. Can you describe this magician? No, I can't. I only remember that he was a man with a dark sense of humor. Anything else? Did you get a good look at his face?
He called,
All right.
didn't he?
How about this? Mr. Butts was in a
Okay.
car accident,
That's
and
the
when the
question.
police arrived, they
Forgot.
found him unconscious and with severe head trauma. They assumed that he had been drinking and had arrested him for drunk driving. In fact, there was no drunk.
Was it?
They assumed that he had been drinking and had.
No. I'm going to the bottom of this.
They found him unconscious and with severe head trauma. They assumed that he had been.
Playback speed. Oop.
Drinking.
I fucked that up. Anyway.
Drinking.
Wait, that's what I was doing.
And had arrested him for drunk driving. Assumed that he had been drinking and had arrested him for drunk
There's no
driving.
noise
There
anyway.
was no drunk driving involved.
Wasted
Can you
fucking
explain
time.
how the accident occurred? Yes, I can. It was an act of sabotage. The magician. Why would a magician want to kill Mr. Butts? That I don't know. However, I can tell you who didn't. Who's that? The woman he was dating at the time, Daphne. I don't know why she would want to kill him, but I'm fairly certain she's not responsible for this accident. How do we know their relationship wasn't falling apart? She
What?
hired the magician?
You know
No,
what?
she didn't. I did.
Oh.
You admit to it? Yes, I do. I have no defense. But the real truth shall set you free.
That's ominous as shit.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is your next witness? The musician, Mr. Frank.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this now. Did the AI do the whole presentation thing? Or was this done by Maxor and his crew? I don't know if he has a crew. Because it's fantastic. Adds a lot. Adds visual to the just audio, pretty much.
Mr. Frank, testify and tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Mr. Edgeworth asks
Very well
him
done.
some questions, and Frank says he doesn't remember a lot of details, but that it was dark and he couldn't see the driver's face. The car was upside down, and the only thing visible were the license plates. I ran to the car, but stopped when I noticed that the driver's door was open. I looked in to see a man slumped over the wheel. Was he dead? He wasn't moving. I screamed, and then I heard someone else's scream. I
Okay.
heard a woman scream.
Alright.
Where did the scream come from? Behind me, sir. A woman ran out from a dark alleyway. She was wearing a long white dress, and her face was covered by a white mask with a red mouth.
What?
Can you tell us what happened next? What did
Why
you
did
see?
Joker run away from
A
his
man
wedding?
came out of the
Her
shadows.
wedding.
He was holding a
Female
sword,
Joker.
and he was also wearing a white mask with a red mouth. The man was the defendant, Larry Butts. As
But
you
he
can
was
see,
wearing a
Judge,
mask.
This proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Butts is guilty. Mr. Butts, how do you respond to these accusations? How, Your Honor, I would like to call my next witness.
He can
If
do
you
that?
please, Your Honor. So who is this mystery witness? The man who killed the clown. Are you sure that he's going to testify? Yes. All right, who is this man?
Okay.
His name is Miles Edgeworth.
Excuse?
This is outrageous. This is an attempt to frame me. I call the witness to the stand. Any objections? None. Give your name, occupation, and residence for the record. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a lawyer. I practice law in this city. What is your occupation? I am currently serving as the prosecutor of this case.
Yeah.
Where were you on the night of the murder, Edgeworth? I was at home. I got home around 10 o'clock shortly before the clown was killed. How could you be sure? You weren't the one actually doing the killing.
Yeah, how do you know?
I was at home and I have witnesses to support that fact.
Oh,
There's
who?
the bartender who can confirm I was there until closing time, and my neighbors can vouch for my early to bed, early to rise routine. Bring the bartender
Okay.
to the stand as a witness. The bartender will
Oh.
confirm my alibi.
Is Pantera here?
Lewis, come here, would you? I need
Oh,
you to be
okay.
a witness for the defense. Yes, sir?
Gumshoe?
You
Why
can
is
testify
Gumshoe
for the
here?
defense
He's
as
not
to
a
where you
bartender.
were on the night of the death of this man.
They're just
I can.
Because-
I can.
characters.
Well, let's have you tell the
Character
court where
limitation.
you were.
For this
I was
case.
closing up shop at about midnight, sir.
Mhm.
Was Edgeworth with you? No, sir. He left at about 5 minutes before I did. So Edgeworth was not with you at midnight when the murder occurred. That's right. Edgeworth!
Wasn't it said it was he went to bed at 10 o'clock? This is classifies as a mid. I don't. Okay.
Your alibi is paper thin. That's right. Are you sure? Yes. Uh-huh.
The end.
But what evidence do you have that proves Edgeworth is the murderer? I don't have any evidence. I'm just telling you what Lewis said.
Okay.
Mr. Butts, there is evidence linking you to the crime scene, but none linking Mr. Edgeworth. Why should we believe you are not the murderer?
Good
Because
point.
I'm innocent. I don't know who the murderer is, and that's God's honest truth. Your alibi is very weak, Mr. Butts. Nobody can vouch for where you were at the time of the crime.
Objection!
There is one person who knows exactly where he was at the time.
Objection!
Oh.
Objection!
I can prove Larry Butts is innocent. Please bring his fiancée Daphne to the stand. Why should I call Daphne to the stand? If anything, she should be the one to testify that she was at the photo studio the whole time. Yes,
What?
she was at the photo studio.
How
With
do you know that?
With
Okay.
me, you're breaking up. What are you supposed to be, a cross-examiner? Call Daphne to the stand.
Okay.
Very well. Call Daphne to the stand. Daphne, where were you at the time of the killing? I was at the photo studio with my fiance, Larry Butts. No, you weren't.
Okay, the old
Why are
bag
you
is here
trying
now.
to disprove your own theory?
I know
Where were
all
you
these
really
characters
at?
so
Where
far,
were you
so
really
that's
at?
good.
I was at my house in my room. I was watching TV.
I'm
At
from
your
the
house
original.
in your room at midnight. Yes.
Objection!
This is photo of you and Butts dated at 11:59 p.m. There is no way you could have driven from the photo studio to your house in 60 seconds flat. It's possible if you put your foot to the floor and rev the engine. Why would you do that? Unless you knew a murder was going to be taking place. What? I swear to God, I had no idea. That's impossible. You must have known. Daphne, Larry Butts isn't the murderer. You are. You are the person who was hired to kill honky honkers. But you couldn't bear to tell
Oh,
your
yeah, the clown
boyfriend,
lord, I
Larry
forgot.
Butts, so you needed to take him home before the murder took place. I can't believe you would accuse me of something like this. I would never do that to Larry. Judge, declare the verdict. All right, all right. The defense would like to argue why the court should not declare the defendant guilty. Oh,
Okay. No
I've got you
swearing.
cornered now. Your Honor, I would like to introduce a new piece of evidence. A letter that was sent to the police by Mr. Butts' daughter, Rita. This letter states that Mr. Butts received a threatening phone call from the victim 2 days before the crime. Well, the letter must be a forgery then. It's not like my daughter to lie. It's a desperate attempt by the prosecution to try and implicate an innocent man.
Okay.
What are you smirking at? Let me speak to my lawyer. Your daughter isn't your daughter anymore, Larry. She's Daphne in this scenario. What?
What?
You heard me. Your precious daughter is actually Daphne, the magician's apprentice. Do you have evidence that proves this, Edgeworth? Yes, this photograph. It's a picture.
Yeah,
of
it's
me
here
with
in
the woman in
aneurysm. I didn't know
question.
it was possible,
Where did you
but
take this
there we
photo?
go.
A month ago at the victim's studio. That means
The clown had a studio?
Daphne is actually the victim? Yes, Daphne was the victim.
She's
This is
the
crazy. I
honky.
don't believe it. The
honkers?
prosecution has conspired against me to frame an innocent man. Sit down, Larry. Then, that leaves one question. Who is the magician? I am.
Ron?
You
There's
are
a
the
character
famous
I don't
magician,
know.
Little Nick. The newspaper said so. Indeed, I have been wanted by the law for decades.
What?
I'm not going to stop. How?
You're in a fucking court. Alright.
How have you evaded punishment for so long? It's all connected to the case, isn't it? What do you mean? The victim was a magician. I am a magician. I have been framed. It's impossible. So you mean the real killer was the police? You're joking. They were fed up with me ruining their cases, so they made one of their own.
Why is Maxor's mouth
You're telling
filled
me
with
that no actual
saliva?
murder took place? I'm telling you that the
Spitting
victim
while
is
he's
still
screaming.
alive. Where
Wow.
is he? at the police station. I don't get arrested, and he dies. That's why I didn't get arrested. I was tipped off by the police officer who framed me. That
What?
means you still need to get arrested. Exactly. I'll need an attorney. Me? Why? Because the police will try to frame me again if they get a chance. I'd rather have an ally on the inside who can help me. Of course. The trial
Okay.
begins tomorrow. See you there. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, that's it. Alright, works. Good enough. Maybe I should watch the Phantom Pain at some point. I want to play the game, but again, I don't know when that's gonna happen. Same with the DLCs for the Doom. Anyway, this was an insanity, and I want my brain to calm down. So, but this was great, to be honest. It reminded me. I haven't. Now my brain's stopped working anyway. It reminds me of the Batman is wrote by AI. There's a dude that let an AI watch 1,000 hours of Batman and then write a script for it, and he posted the first page to it, and it's fucking amazing. I'm gonna post it in the community tab today. Actually, it's gonna be before this video comes out, but it's amazing. I'd love to watch that movie. Context: this AI's text and video is from the original. Oh, I'm merely dubbing this. The AI text was generated. Oh, it was an AI dungeon even. Okay, I played that. I also have slightly edited the footage relative to the timing of my speech so that it all fits seamlessly for your reading pleasure. That was my genuine live reaction to the video. Okay, that brought me context. That's good. I'm glad I went into the thing. There's actually Game Grumps is Attorney. Oh yeah, is that fan-made Ace Attorney game for Game Grumps? I haven't seen that video. I derailed quite a bit, so before I do more, thank you anybody who watched this. I appreciate it a lot. I hope to see you, and I hope to see you next time. Subscribe for more low energy, low quality content, and goodbye. Have a great life, because one of us has to.